watching the Highlight Zone with Wayne 15 Sports Director Glenn Marini. Local sports coverage you can count on.
When it's time to take off, I'll be jumping out the gym. Back with game reviews, come get the scoop from Josh and Glenn.
Yeah, it's about to be a huge game. Homestead, nice.
We just got to play our hardest and give our maximum effort, because if we do that, we're going to win.
This is a game we've been waiting on, whole season.
When we're playing hard and we're playing together, we're a pretty hard team to beat.
They're the hottest team in the SAC right now.
If we win, we hold our fate in our hands, and that's what we want to do.
Television on, watching Highlight Zone. Wayne 15, Friday nights, who bringing the dub home? Local area sports with a hip-hop remix. Mike Strong here for the basketball season. Television on, watching Highlight Zone.
Like a sweater accidentally put in the dryer, conference races are starting to tighten up. Side note, my wife hates it when I do the laundry. That's the case in girls hoops, where there's only a week and a half before sectionals, but hey, it's also true for the fellas, right? First place on the line in the SAC tonight at lovely Spartan Arena, and Josh Ayan joins us now with your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. Josh.
All right, Glenn, coming into the night, the math pretty simple. Northside, 4-0 in the SAC. Homestead, 4-0 in the SAC. The Legends and Spartans, the only two teams left still undefeated in conference play. So without further ado, it is Northside at Homestead, your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. The Legends coming in on a roll. There's a 4 straight. That includes last Friday's 1-point win over Northrop. Tate Johnson dropping 47 in that game. Northside torching the nets early. Eugene Young. That triple part of an opening 8-0 run, and Northside up 16-11 after 1. And the Legends still rolling in quarter number 2. Bodie Dickerson, the bodacious finish, plus the foul to go with it. Northside up 26-23 at the break, but get that popcorn ready because Homestead starts heating up. Kyron Kopperwicki, that triple to give the Spartans their first lead of the night. He goes on to finish with a team high 17. Later, it's Tucker Day with a putback. He finishes with a baker's dozen, and Homestead up 36-32 heading into the final quarter now. Northside showing no quit as Tate gets the and one. He also finishes in double figures, but on the other side, Will Jamison, nice little mid-range jumper to keep Homestead in front. The Spartans taking care of business on offense, and they certainly do so on defense. Tucker, the junior, have yourself a day, young man, and the Spartans pull away at the free throw line as they go on to beat Northside, 53-46.
Oh, it was huge. I think it was definitely a statement too for us as a team, and we just wanted to come out, play hard, set the tone early.
I think we got to keep playing as a team and hard defense. I think our defense is pretty nice, and just got to continue to play hard.
We're finding a way to win, and that's what good teams do. And I feel like we're a good team. I feel like we can compete at a high level. We've got the pieces as far as the shooters. We got ball handlers. We got guys that like to defend, and we got some inside players.
Next up, Northside hosts Leo on Monday, while Homestead is at Lawrence North tomorrow, and Northrop next Friday. Glenn, take it away.
All right, speaking of those aforementioned Northrop Bruins, Rod Campbell and company hosting a Wayne team that came in 3-1 in conference, just behind Northside and Homestead to start the night. Northrop, though, giving them fits early. Nitez Chandler Merriweather with 2 of his 11. Bruins feeling good, but Javon Lewis dials long distance. He had 17 points and 11 assists. Then it's Chase Barnes, so smooth. He drills it. He had 10 and Wayne up 5 after 1. Second quarter, Northrop goes to Dalton Alexander. Good idea. He led the Bruins with 15, but Wayne simply too much. You're going to see the Generals on the run coming up here. Preston Comer would finish the break. He had 11 points and 12 rebounds as Wayne wins at Northrop 64-56. Concordia also 3-1 in conference coming into the night. The Cadets hosting Snyder at Eugene Parker Court, and Boston Conley. The junior's been showing up on the highlights quite a bit recently. He gets the pilfer and the pair for the Panthers, but the Cadets coming back strong. Phelan Williams-Thomas, watch him take this one strong to the cup. He had 13 points for the Cadets. And then, here's a name you know if you watch the Highlight Zone, Johnny Washington, the junior, with 2 of his team high 17. The Cadets in the lead. You're going to see Quaylen Clopton drill the three here. He shoots it pretty well, a lot better than his uncle Carlos. But Concordia wins this one 60-48 at the Cage. At Charger Fieldhouse, Carroll starting to heat up. The Chargers have won 5 of their last 6, headed into this date with Southside. Jair Sampson showing you why. It's a 4-point lead for the Carroll Chargers. Earlier than later, it's Draylon Truesdale. I absolutely butchered this kid's name last week. Draylon Truesdale with 15 points on the game. That's why they play me the aggressively moderate dollars. Amarion Washington with a 3 right there. He had a game-high 24 then. Zamari Phillips. Watch this kid for Southside. Zamari Phillips hammering it home. But Southside would fall at Carroll. Your final 71-50 Chargers. Final stop in SAC boys basketball. We got the battle of the Bishops. We got Lures. We got Dwenger. First quarter, we got Caleb Lehrman. Watch him tip this one in. Lehrman had 18 points to lead the Saints, and Dwenger up 1. Lures' Damian Jackson, though, showing off the range for the 6'4 center, gets the jumper to go. We're tied at 12 after 1. Second quarter, Dwenger's Cameron Quinlan. Saw the spin move. He gets it off glass. He had 13 points for the Saints. But you think Nick Thompson's a little bit athletic. Watch the kid from Lures block it off the backboard so he pins it and then go all the way. Defense into offense, the and one, and oh yeah, he hit the free throw too. What can't Nick Thompson do? Well, unfortunately for Lures fans, he couldn't earn a win tonight at Bishop Dwenger as the Holy War goes to the Saints, 67-55. Adams Central Jets coming off their first ACAC tournament title in 47 years. The Jets looking to keep it rolling at Bluffton, and well, this would help. Michael McClure, he had 14 inside to Isaac Schultz. Schultz had 21. If you remember, he was the ACAC tournament MVP last weekend, so he's a problem. 6 zip at that point. Later, Bluffton's Tucker Jenkins, he gets the friendly roll from 3. He had 26. He's been doing it for the Tigers all season long. The Jets' Ryan Tester here. He drills 3 of his 16, and the Jets up by 5 and feeling good. Adams Central going inside to Ethan Poling. The big man had 15 points. He and Schultz are quite a tandem for AC as Adams Central stays hot. They win 87-55 at the Tigers' Den. Let's stick with the ACAC. Heritage coming into the night as the only team left undefeated in regular season conference play. The Patriots hosting 13-3 Woodland. Luke Saylor, have yourself a night, young man. He gets the bucket right there. Coming the other way, you'll see DJ Gehrig for Woodland. Gehrig would lead the Warriors with 13 points. Woodland with an early lead, but Luke Saylor, he had 23 on the game. Watch him knock down this bucket. You'll see Woodland come the other way with Drew Fleek, but who else but Luke Saylor would drill a 30-foot three-pointer at the end to win this in overtime. It's Heritage, thanks to Mr. Saylor over Woodland, 57-54 in OT. In the NECC, West Noble alone at first place in the conference standings. The Chargers on the road against a solid Fremont team. We pick it up in the fourth quarter. West Noble's David Sloan left alone for 3. That's a mistake. West Noble up big in the fourth. Fremont coming the other way. This is Connor Slee and Slee through 3. It goes down. You're going to see more from Fremont. Colton Guthrie would get the layup here, but West Noble would win this one going away 82-57 as the Chargers stay unbeaten in conference action. Last stop for boys, we got the TRC. Manchester 11-2 overall. They're excited in the jungle. The Squires ranked 14th in this week's 2A state poll. This is Rochester's Aiden Smith, giving the Zebras an early 2-point lead, but man, oh man, oh Manchester, these guys can play. Ethan Hendricks strumming it from downtown, and it's a 5-point Manchester lead. Later, Rochester's Tanner Reinert's down low for the bucket, but simply too much Manchester, especially when you play these guys at the jungle. Gavin Benton down low for the fundamentally sound deuce. Then it's the aforementioned Mr. Hendricks doing it again, and Manchester continues to look good. Manchester wins 71-49, Spires victorious. Well, that is going to do it for the fellas tonight, but with the IHSAA girls sectional pairing show set for Sunday, the regular season is winding down for the ladies. In the Northeast State, Columbia City looking to earn at least a share of the conference title tonight with a win at DeKalb. We'll head up to Waterloo. In the SAC, Northrop closing in on a conference title as well. Could the Bruins bounce back after a tough loss to South Bend, Washington on Wednesday night? We're about to find out. All that and more is coming your way next in The Zone.
We're the Manchester Squires. Stay tuned for the Highlight Zone.
We're Bishop Dwenger! Home of the Saints! You're watching the Highlight Zone! Only on Wayne TV! Yeah!
Well, with very little doubt, Northrop has been the best girls basketball team in the Highlight Zone area this season. But if the Bruins want to make a run at state, they're going to have to eventually get past South Bend, Washington. The Bruins played the nationally ranked Panthers on Wednesday night, falling 70-42 on the road. So some work to do for the Bruins before a possible rematch with South Bend, Washington at Semi-State. Northrop hosting Wayne. Second quarter action, Lexi Castater to Nia Bell, and Bell knows what to do with it. She scores right there. Northrop up by 13 at the half, but, you know, Wayne hanging around. Amelia Diaz to Tania Hairston for the two. However, Northrop would start to pull away here in the third. Northrop's Sanaya Jackson for two right there. She would lead the Bruins with 17. Sanaya again for three. And Northrop improves to 8-0 in conference with a 62-27 win against the Wayne Generals, with Homestead looming next Friday.
We were really slow in the first quarter, but I think after we went in the locker room and talked about it and figured out what we needed to step up with, it got better. So I think when we all came together and played hard, we did good.
We just weren't playing as a team, but then we got it together and started playing together and added more energy.
What's really going to be the focus over the next couple weeks?
Definitely just running through plays and just working together as a team.
All right, so Homestead just a game back in Northrop in the SAC standings. A win tonight for the Spartans. That would make next Friday's game essentially a winner-take-all game against the Bruins. We pick this one up. Northside Homestead in the second quarter. Emma Royce with a little floater right there. And Homestead in control. Later, Royce to Whitney Ankenbrook, a name to know. The sharpshooter, the kid, knocks it down. Homestead jumped out to a 39-3 lead. And you're going to see Allie Stevens, who went over 1,000 points in her career last weekend. She drills it. Homestead, no problem, wins it 59-14 to set up a huge matchup with Northrop next Friday. That will be your Highlight Zone game of the week. Snyder at Concordia. Hey, with last week's win over Homestead, the Panthers not completely out of the SAC title chase, but they need some help, and well, defensive help is what they got right there. Tia Fennessy, rather, offensively with the hoop and the harm. Then it's Sierra Sims, Cece putting it on the floor for two. How about Concordia coming the other way? This is a much improved team as the season's moved along. Michaela Richardson drives in and gets the two right there. Then you're going to see Annika Nelson, who's going to play college ball at Huntington University, the senior for Concordia, with the bucket down low, but it's Snyder winning at the cage, 58-42. Head back out to Charger Fieldhouse. Carroll looking for its fourth win in a row. The Chargers hosting Southside and Taylor Fordyce. The senior going to play college ball at St. Francis with the bucket. She had 18 on the game. Jersey Paul had 20 to lead the Carroll Chargers. And speaking of leading teams in scoring, how about Justice Billingsley? That's been a rough year for Southside, but Justice Billingsley has been a bright spot for sure. She had 25 to lead all scorers in this game. Lily George coming the other way for the Chargers, the young kid, a name to know. She gets the bucket here for Mark Redding's club as Carroll tops Southside 71-31. Last stop in the SAC for the ladies, Bishop Luers at Bishop Dwenger. The Knights coming off a win over Leo on Tuesday night. Dwenger going inside. Giselle Ecking down low with the bucket. It's a good way to go. And later you're going to see more from Dwenger, who got off to a hot start. That's Taylor Asalagi with the bucket. Saints up by 5 early, but Luers responds. They do it here with a three ball in the corner. It's Annika Davis canning that one. And then check out Addie Shank. Picks it off at about half court and then goes in for the score as Luers tops Bishop Dwenger in the Battle of the Bishops. 54-30, Knights over Saints. In the Northeast State, Columbia City coming in 5-0 in conference. A win at DeKalb, and the Eagles would clinch at least a share of the conference title. Pick this one up in the first quarter. Faith Fry, you gotta have faith. She drills the three, and it's a 5-point lead early for the Eagles. Coming the other way, DeKalb's Evie Keppel peppering the nets with the three-pointer right there. DeKalb hanging in this one early, but Columbia City so talented, so many scores on that team. Molly Baker would lay this one in. Columbia City improves to 6-0 in the Northeast 8 and clinches at least a share of the conference title, 55-36 over the Barons. Let's go to the Castle down in Ossian. Norwell 16-3 overall coming in, and the Knights ranked 5th in this week's 3A state poll. They show you why here. Haley Green with the hoop and a harm, and Norwell in the second quarter already up double digits. New Haven trying to chip away. Samantha Goodrich with a good move. It's good off the glass, but man, Norwell is ranked highly for a reason. This is Kennedy Filling, filling it up as she always does. The easy two right there. Then you're going to see Mackenzie Feast from long distance. Feast pretty much straight away, and it's pure as Norwell wins this one going away 90-22 at Castle. On paper, this is the best matchup in the NEA tonight. We got 15-4 Belmont at 14-3 Huntington North. Pick this one up in the fourth quarter. The Lady Vikings leading by 1, 29-28. Taylor double with a basket, and the Vikings lead now pushed to 3. Belmont trying to answer. They do in the form of Haley Wesley. Wesley drills the three. That knocks it at 31. We got some history coming up here, though. It's Taylor double. With this three-pointer, she hits 1,000 for her career. They celebrate the milestone at Bob Strait Court. Congratulations to Taylor Double on 1,000 points. But Belmont would eventually spoil their night. It's Haley Wesley with the bucket as Belmont wins 40-37 at Huntington North. Hey, last stop for girls hoops. We got East Noble at Leo. The Lions having a nice season. They came in looking for their 11th win, most since 2018. A big reason for that is Leah May. She's been solid all season long. You saw her hit the jumper there as Leo up double digits. Coming the other way, East Noble. Peyton Quake. A little shimmy and shake, and she gets in there for 2. But simply too much Leo. The Chappelle Show in full effect. Leah May with the bucket there, and you saw the foul. You're going to see Abby Bovey with a bucket here for the Lady Lions as Leo takes care of business at home, 46-16. Stay tuned. Your Peter Franklin Jewelers Gem of the Night is coming your way next.
We're the Bluffton Tigers. Stick around for more highlights, though. The Gem of the Night is up next. Let's go!
Patriots, and we're back with the highlight zone. Yeah!
Well, last Friday night, it was 2 for the price of 1. Cannon Hauser with a powerful punch for the Carroll Chargers. Then Jordan Poole with an absolute dime to CeCe Sims of Snyder. Gem of the Night from both the ladies and the fellas on a jam-packed show last week. So, who's going to bring it home this week? It's your Gem of the Night, brought to you by Peter Franklin Jewelers. We got defense and offense in the Gem of the Night. And it comes on the same play, and it comes from the same guy, Nick Thompson of Bishop Luers, the senior. Watch him pin the shot off the backboard, then go the entire length of the court, lay it in, get the foul, and one. Nick Thompson's listed at 6'2". That's 84 feet of full Nick Thompson action right there. Congratulations. That is your Peter Franklin Jewelers Gem of the Night. So how about some men's volleyball here on a Friday? Coach Rock, you gotta love him. And the Volley Dons off to a 2-1 start. Dons hosting Missouri S&T. First set, John Diedrich, the 6'6" senior from Orlando, Florida, with one of his 10 kills. The Dons feeling good, and they should. Mark Frazier, the kid from Vegas, only a sophomore. He gets the kill right there, point to the Dons. Later, you're gonna see some defense. It's Frazier at the net with the block. Dons win game 1, 25-20. They go on to get the sweep, 3-0 at the Gates Center. PFW women's basketball coming off a win against Milwaukee. The Dons trying to stay hot against Northern Kentucky and do it on the road. Second quarter action. Solaire Starks with the 3, and the Dons up 1 at the half. Fourth quarter, you're going to see Miss Starks, who we saw in the highlight zone all the time during her time at Homestead High School. She gets another 3, but it would simply not be enough. The Dons lose. Close one on the road, 75-69 at NKU. In hockey news, the Comets' first game after the ECHL All-Star break. We got the K's on the road to face Kalamazoo. Second period, it's 1-0 KZoo, but off the save, Drake Rimsha kind of flips that one home. That's Rimsha's 12th of the season. He came on the power play, and we're tied at 1. Third period, just about 5 minutes to go in regulation. Still tied at 1, but Kalamazoo's Eric Bradford would change that. He gets the goal to put KZoo up, and Kalamazoo gets an empty netter as well to go on and win by a final of 3-1. The Comets are back home tomorrow night against the Indy Fuel at 7:30. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Highlight Zone. For Josh, I'm Glenn, and we'll see you next Friday right here on Fort Wayne's #1 Sports Show.